There is still uncertainty around that point.
Eugenie Sage.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to take a short call on this Waitaki District Council Reserves and Other Land Empowering Bill, and I congratulate the member for Waitaki, Jackie Dean, for representing her community and bringing the bill to this House. And in my short time here, I've noticed that small local bills, which might on their surface seem uncontroversial, can actually reveal a range of issues beneath them when they get to select committee and when the public has an opportunity to make submissions. And I suspect this bill may be one of those. Because, Mr Speaker, the Green Party will be supporting this bill to select committee, and as others in the House have explained, it does seek to rectify several drafting errors. And as the Honourable David Parker has noted, and thank him for explaining a bit more of the history of the third piece of land at Forrester Heights, but the first two changes in the bill are uncontroversial, and they do seek to fix errors by the Waitaki District Council in purporting to sell land that the council didn't in fact have the power to sell. And obviously those errors have implications for the current occupiers of the land and so should be resolved. And similarly with the land under the former caretaker's cottage at the Palmerston Showgrounds, that also has been sold purportedly, and it wasn't clear then that it was the Crown rather than the council that had title to the land, so that error also should be corrected. But this land at Forrester Heights, Mr Speaker, and Lookout Point, which, as its name suggests, has got spectacular views of the coast, of the harbour. And while it's said by the Waitaki District Council that it was an administrative error way back in 1937 when the letter D was omitted from the word reserved, so the land became reserve rather than endowment land open to the Oamaru Borough Council then to do with it what it will. This change potentially, because of the concerns of a lot of local people, has much wider implications because, of course, by vesting it in the council as endowment land, the council can sell it. And even on the council website, there is a very attractive brochure which promotes the Forrester Heights subdivision as having spectacular sea views, being north-facing, sun-drenched, safe, secluded and sheltered. Now, Mr Speaker, to me that suggests the land has quite important scenic and amenity values which the community may well want to hold in public ownership. So, Mr Speaker, I look forward to the submissions from the community when this bill comes before Select Committee about whether the reserve status has in fact been incorrectly given and whether the land should stay as reserve and should stay in public ownership. Because it was also instructive, Mr Speaker, to look at the Council's draft long-term plan, and the Council pointed out that it was having to increase its rates and increase its revenue generation, and the Forrester Heights subdivision proposal is part of the Council's property plan process because of increased insurance costs and also because of reduced government funding for local roads. Now, as other members have mentioned, this money from the Forrester Heights may be going to the Opera House, but the fact that the Council is having to sell potential assets because of reduced government funding highlights what this government is doing with local government. Not only is it reducing the funding for local roads, but of course it's seeking to interfere more in local government, direct local government through the extensive powers that the bill we considered yesterday are giving to the Minister, and potentially push councils to direct them to sell more assets such as this important land at Forrester Heights. So, Mr Speaker, because of the potential can of worms that there may be in relation to the status of the land, I look forward to it being considered by Select Committee and to hearing public submissions on it. Thank you.
Mr Speaker.
Dennis O'Rourke.
Mr Speaker, first of all, the Palmerston